We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from, wait till you hear this one, the Batman building location.
Really?
Yep, wait till you hear about this.
Bat Cave?
Oh no, the most recognizable building in the city skyline is the AT&T building, more commonly known as the Batman building, because of the large pillars on either side of the structure that make it look like Batman.
Oh, we gotta go see
Located in downtown Nashville between 3rd and 4th Avenues, the AT&T building stands 33 stories tall and is the tallest building in the state of Tennessee.
That's fantastic.
I know. That is a fun fact specifically for Jack.
We're in Nashville, by the way.
Yes, and he
Jill fails
loves
to say that.
Batman. So there we go.
Today's Jack Thursday, and I'm going to talk about how hope is not a business model. But before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. Please don't forget to subscribe on the Land Academy YouTube channel. Comment on the shows you like.
Can I comment on the hope thing, by the way, real quick?
Yeah. Why do you think it's every time I say it, you laugh?
Well, because I didn't get to get my comment out before you went into the next sentence. So, I want to, the hope thing. It's like people think luck is a strategy too. Like, oh, how did that all happen? I just got all lucky. No, you didn't. You made it happen. So, and I think hope, we'll talk about it more. We'll get to this. All right. I hope I pronounced this correctly. Jatisha wrote, hello. So I got a signed purchase agreement back in the mail, and the seller left his phone number and no email. Multiple times calling the number, it says the number you're calling is not accepting your call. So I found the guy on like a search engine here, and he's 90. That's probably true. He may not have an email. It's probably true. I've tried 5 to 6 other phone numbers of family members, but they're all disconnected. Aww.
A lot of people had a lot to say in Discord about this, which is how I gauge whether or not we should choose questions to put them on the show. Boy, if I had a nickel.
What was the general consensus?
This is if I had a nickel.
Oh, well, we have his address. Why don't we write him back? He he gets our, because I've done that. If it's a really good deal, now you know he's interested, right? And he signed it and sent it back. I would do my due diligence, see if I still want it, and then write him back and say, I'm not able to reach you at this phone number. Where can I reach you? Or you want to call me here? I'm available every evening between, 6 and 8 or whatever it is, the local time, and give him a different number or the direct number right to you and let him call you back.
So, I understand that that's Jill's personality type, and that sometimes works.
Yeah.
The real solution to this is to send out more mail, because this I'm not going to try that hard.
Well, no, I'm not going to try that hard too, but I'm still going to. I can have my team. When I say me, my
write
team.
A letter. I get it.
For you.
Write a letter.
But it doesn't hurt to write one letter back to the guy while you keep on moving on.
What sucks is that these deals, usually like this, are great.
Yeah.
It totally fits the profile for what we do.
Yeah.
The fact this person's age, in my opinion, is insignificant. This can happen. We have a deal right now where the person's just not responsive. I'm not sure if they changed their mind, or I'm not sure what's going on exactly. But people just go dark.
Yeah.
You should plan for it.
Keep trying, but yeah, don't keep trying, but don't make it your sole focus.
Right.
There you go.
Don't put it in your head that the deal's going to get done. It's hard to look at a deal and say, I'm going to make $90,000 on this, and the guy won't call me back. Yeah. It's tough.
But
especially
definitely
in the beginning.
To do your due diligence real quick, because I've had some that I'm like, I looked at them and I'm like, thank God I didn't try that hard because I don't want this one anyway. Seriously.
Today's Jack Thursday, and I'm going to talk about how hope is not a business model. This is why you're listening. I had a conversation with somebody a couple of years ago that came to us and said they were a member and also a social friend of ours. And I didn't know they were a member. We were hanging out with them, and they joined Land Academy like 6 or 8 months before that. And we were sitting at our residential bar having a beer, and he said, I joined Land Academy about 8 months ago. And I'm like, oh, great. I didn't know that. Did you send a mailer out? And he's like, no, I'm not going to send a mailer out ever. I said, what the heck is that? He said, well, it just kind of gives me hope. And so this is a relatively successful guy already doing some other stuff. And it made me start to think that, and I've known, Jill and I've known this for a long time, that, you know, at least 50% of the people who are in Land Academy are here for the information, potentially the entertainment, to be a part of a group and to kind of be a fly on the wall. Maybe they intend to send a mailer out, maybe they don't, but they're here and they stay here for quite some time. And I'm trying to, I don't think that those people intend on, you know, ever being anything else other than just, you know, here for the education. On the other side of that bell curve, there's people who, actually the people that are just on the fly on the wall are probably in the middle of the bell curve. On the end of the bell curve are people like us, where we obsess on it, send out tons of mail, and, you know, we are in Land Academy. We are Land Academy. There's this third group where I think that they have this thing, this hope that their life's going to change, but they don't do stuff. They don't take action to make a change. And so hope can't be a business model. You can't just hope that something's going to happen without actually taking some serious action.
That's not where I thought this was going, so it's very interesting to me.
Where did you think?
Well, a couple things. Like, I do know people, though, that have come forward and said, I've been with you for a year, and I'm just now sending out my first mailer. And then they can take it from there. But being part of the group and absorbing it all and everything, I know is very beneficial to them. And then for whatever reason, now after a year, they're ready. Something finally kicked in. So, I look at this like hope isn't a business model, like luck isn't a business model. You can't just come in and just wing it, you know, and hope. I hope I'm going to hit a ball. I'm going to swing. I hope I hit it. You need to practice.
That's how I play golf, by the way.
Well, yeah, and it shows.
I close my eyes while I play.
Yes. So that's why everybody asks, do you guys play golf? Or like, no. So it's just, I'm still trying to wrap my head around how to word this. I mean, I guess that's it. You can't. You don't hope you're going to be a professional. You know what it is? You don't hope you have to know. I mean, that's what I think it is. It kind of ties into one of our shows this week about how much energy you're going to put into something. If you really, you know what? I did a podcast a long time ago. Just changed my own subject. I did a podcast a long time ago, and I talked to people about, if you want to be an investor, there's no reason you can't wake up tomorrow morning and say, I'm an investor.
I agree.
And I'm going to put a different hat on. I'm going to wear I'm going to wear this Land Academy shirt. I'm putting my hat on. I'm going to, pretend I'm driving a pickup truck, even though I'm not. I'm going to have the attitude that I'm driving a big pickup truck. And I am a land investor, effective today. If anybody asks me, I'm a land investor. That's my attitude. That's how I'm talking. That's how I'm thinking. And I am doing deals right now. That's how I think you should go through all of this. Wake up tomorrow and decide, what you're going to be, what you're going to do. No, hope your way through it, feel your way through it, test it, try it, play around, whatever, see what happens and blame somebody else. Put your head down and get serious about it, and you will do it.
Jill and I have had this conversation many times. We've had family members who, through the course of us knowing them through their lives, have said more than one occasion, well, this is going to all end because I'm going to win the lottery. And so that's hope as a business model, and it's not a good idea. So you got to take action. That's my
I'm going to argue. If you really want to win the lottery, you can, but what are the odds? You got to follow the odds all the way to the end. If it's 1 in a million, you got to get through the million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I mean, wouldn't it be easier
you could do that too.
To play the odds of sending mail out? A properly priced mailer in a thought out location, you're going to buy a piece of real estate for every, let's just say, 2,000 mailers you send out. So it costs $1,000 to make 80,000. I'll play those odds. You
know what's funny about this? I'm going to end on this little story. My little brother has always had that luck, and I swear he manifests this stuff. Let me tell you what goes on with him. I can't tell you how many times I've been with him to the zoo, like our little local zoo would have these money-making events where they have you come, they close up after hours and you buy painting, you donate events. It's, to raise money for the zoo, right? And there's like a drawing of some kind. And there's something that he wants in the drawing. And doggone it, I can't tell you how many times I've stood next to him and he wins a dumb thing. But I swear, he's in his head. It's not Hope, but he's in his head saying, Jeff DeWitt, call Jeff DeWitt. And then they do call Jeff DeWitt. I look at him like, how the heck do you do that? But you know what? Then I've done it too. And I hope that you've done that. You just have to put your head down and do stuff. And I think there's a lot going on in here. So
Hope the loan's not going to work.
Right. Hope and perseverance, hope and energy.
What's that saying?
Take hope out. I hope everybody sees me.
Plan for the
kill
worst.
It.
Plan for the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah.
But in the middle of all that, do some stuff. Send a mailer out.
Replace hope with attitude. Replace hope with what's the word I'm looking for? Confidence. And then you'll be great. How's that? Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here at the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow is Jill Friday, and she's going to talk about taking due diligence with a grain of salt. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
Today kind of sounded like a touchy-feely Jill Friday. Anyway.
Yeah.
With hope.
Yeah.
Today wasn't one of your data days.
Right.
It was kind of it was a touchy-feely, which I like. I have a lot to say about those days.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you. By the way, I know we said this before, but we're going to say it again. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you find this all valuable.
Hope.
Oh, yeah, we hope. We know you find this valuable, and we appreciate your support. So if you haven't already, please check out our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, and comment on the stuff, because you know what? It gets back to us. It gets back to our team. It's all relevant, and we use it, and we appreciate it.
We're Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.